Hi YouTube, please give me a moment while I go live on Facebook. It'll take us just 1 second here. Hope everybody's doing great. And we'll be getting started shortly. I think we're live on Facebook. What's up everybody? Welcome to the Strategic Swing Trader. I am Sami Abasad, Director of Education at T3 Live. Hope you're doing great. Hope you're enjoying the holiday weekend. We're going to do what we always do, which is go over the market and then go over some swing ideas for next week. But before we start, a standard required disclaimer to let you know that trading is risky and that whatever we discuss today is for educational purposes only. Okay? If you'd like to download a copy of my free ebook, link for that is in the description below the video. So check that out, okay? Without further ado, let's turn to the charts and start the analysis. If you find benefit in today's video, I would appreciate it if you hit the like button. That helps support our channel. And if you have any questions for us, please reach out by emailing customer service info@t3live.com. Again, info@t3live.com. So as always, we start with the market and then we analyze the swing ideas, which the list was copied and pasted into the description of the video for your convenience. Okay? All right. So the market, just more of the same. We have a downtrend. We are trying to put in a higher low. We had a couple of nice big moves on Thursday and Friday, but that doesn't really mean much in the larger scheme of things. We have just an all-out downtrend right now. So I'm thinking at any day, could be Tuesday, could be Wednesday, we will probably resume the downtrend. Okay, so just keep that in mind. The bias is bearish, no change at all, but it's pretty sloppy. It's not what it was back here in April, May. That's much cleaner than what we were getting here in June. But it is what it is. I gotta say that I think June was my second best month this year. Okay, when all said and done, even though it was really sloppy, I think it was probably my second or third best month this year. So that's pretty good. The SPY, no difference at all between the SPY and the Qs. And in the IWM, it's got to be also the same as well. Pretty much the same. The SPY is a little bit stronger than the Qs, but not much of a difference really. All right, on to the swing ideas for next week. Now, you might be thinking right now, if it is really bearish like I'm saying it is, why focus on the longs? I mean, why play long at all? Because there are things that are completely on their own page. Some of the biotech stocks are actually at the all-time high. I'll show you some examples. Lilly, all-time high. In fact, Lilly looks pretty good as a weekly 1, 2, 3. See it? Long over that bar's high, stop under it. But I don't even have it on the list for today because I don't think it's quite ready. VRTX. So there are some, that's a biotech stock also at the all-time high. There are stock, here's some Chinese stocks. CD is an open position in the newsletter. Went up I think 9%, no 12% on Friday. That's an open position. FINV, another China stock that's an open position in the newsletter. Prax, you know, has been an open position since $1.94 or so. It's at $2.50. So there are some unique ideas, like the Prax, you know, had a like an 80+% gap. You think it cares so much about the market? I don't think so. I think this is on its own page. A lot of the China stocks are following what's happening in China, not in the US. So you can still make money playing to the playing long, because there are things that are on their own page, especially biotech stocks. Okay, especially healthcare stocks. Okay, all right. So ABCL, that's not bad as a base breakout over the base. Stop under it. So over $11 or so. Stop under $9.85. If we were to look at the weekly chart, that's pretty good. It's a transition A. Has room to about, I would say 14, 15 bucks up here. So that's pretty good. ANNX, nice weekly as well. It's a daily transition A breakout. I think the ANNX might be a little bit thin, so just be careful. Over the base, stop under it right here. Okay, so not bad. ATHA. Okay, ATHA is very similar to the PRAX that I just talked about, which you may think, oh, it's not up a lot. It's up a lot. PRAX is up a lot. We added to it. We got in on the 14th and the 15th. So 2 different lots. Let me change the scaling real quick. So if I go to logarithmic, you see what I mean? It doesn't squish the price as much as arithmetic. So as a breakout, the same with the ATHA. Is a breakout, already an open position in the newsletter and in my own account as well, of course, but still looks higher. That's why I'm including it in the list here, because I think it still looks good. Over 333, stop under $3. I like it. ATHA. ATHM is another China stock. I was ready to do it right here as a 1, 2, 3, really tight stop. It didn't trigger, but I think it still looks great. Only issue with it is now the stop isn't very tight. Long over the base, stop all the way down, so over 40 by 36.79. So it's a much bigger stop, and you have to make sure the R to R, the reward to risk, still makes sense. And here's your target, basically $50. Nice weekly chart. See that weekly? Beautiful. Transition A breakout on the weekly as well. So I like it. If you're a subscriber to the newsletter, to the Strategic Swing Trader newsletter, log on to your account right now, and you will see that the newsletter has been completed. You'll have the entries, the stops, the targets for all the plays, okay? Plus the additional ideas. So feel free to log on right now, or if you'd rather wait until the email hits your inbox, it will do so before the market open on Tuesday, since Monday is a holiday. This AVDL absolutely collapsed on May 26th. It dropped from like $5, I don't know the exact number, no, 3, to $1, and then recovered quickly, and it's been basing, completely ignoring the market. Has a nice base breakout, so over about 260 or so, stop under 225, and target I would say about there, whatever that bar is, so about 360 or so, about $1. So nice base, nice relative strength to the market, like it. CMRA is a daily buy setup. I don't like deep pullbacks. That's kind of a deep pullback from $5+ to 250. That's a deep pullback, but it's really pretty. Long over 284, stop under 230, and target up here somewhere. It's really pretty. I don't know if it's gonna work. It's a low odds trade. CMRX is an hourly based breakout. Beautiful hourly. Only issue that I have with it, so the entry is right here, 220, is you have resistance at 240, 245 maybe. So that's the main issue, is it doesn't really have much room to the first target area, which is up here. So that's the only issue, but I really like it. It's really pretty. CTIC, I was in it. I don't know where I got out, but it shook me out. And it's back up, looks good. Long over 610. I mean, this is another pharma, biopharma it says. Possible, I don't know if it's a biotech or pharmaceutical, but it's in that sector basically. And it's just so bullish. Look at this. Multi-year high, all-time high. It looks like it's all-time high. So it's so bullish. It all started from a tier 1, an A-rated gap right here. Look at that. Gapped over a wide range red bar. A wide range red bar means that a lot of people shorted it and sold it. And so when the next day it gapped up, every single person that shorted and stayed short is now trapped. They're going to look to cover. Their covering is going to propel, push the stock higher. And a lot of these gaps usually lead to long-term powerful trends. To the upside, to the downside. What about BYCC, I think? Nope, it's not BYCC. What about BCRX? Similar gap, yes. Same exact gap, but it was a gap down. Notice the wide range green bar, and then the gap down under it. And look at the sell-off. Amazing, isn't it? So I love, these are called mortgage gaps or monster gaps. I love gap downs under wide range green bars, or gap ups in this case over a wide range red bar. Beautiful. And then notice where it's at today. The gap stock was at under $2, closed at like 180 or so, and then gapped up to about 275 maybe. It's already at $6. So that's the kind of gap you want, really. And I like it now as a swing over 610. Now normally I would say, you know, that's treat it as a 1 2 3, stop under 568. But because the market is volatile, because we have a bearish market, let's be extra cautious and put the stop down here. Okay, give it more room, basically. That's my take on it, at least. DDL is a China stock on the thin side. I think it did about 500,000 shares on Friday. Long over the base. Stop can be as tight as here, $5, or, you know, down at the lows. But it's a transition A breakout on right now, probably my favorite, not sector, but my favorite country in terms of where to find good ideas. It's the China stocks. I was in the GO, which is grocery outlets, as a 1 2 3, and I called it in the newsletter too, and it trailed us out, I don't know, here, bar by bar, got trailed out. It still looks good over the base. Notice how it recovered quickly. Stop under the tails. So I like it a lot. Here's another stock that's at, I don't know if it's all-time high. No, not all-time high, but close. So it's at the high for this year. At the high for this year. So very, very bullish. I like it over the base, stop under the tail. The GRPH is another transition A breakout. So long over that bar, stop under it. Over $3, stop under 259. Target would be where pain started for most people, where the sell-off started, basically, right here. Okay, that's where negative memory is. That's where most people would look to sell. If prices go back up there, that's where you want to sell too. You want to exit your long position there. GTH, same idea, similar idea, long over $1.75, stop under 150, and target maybe over at 250 or so on the GTH. NEO is a little tough because this was entered into long here, didn't take anything at the top, is pulling back now, so it's a little bit difficult. But if it can take out 2250, I'm thinking about adding to the position. 2250, stop would be under 2060. It's a daily buy stop, and if it breaks under 2060, I may let the position go, basically. So we'll see on the NEO. PAYA had a very nice gap. It wasn't such a nice gap, but ever since the gap, it stayed bullish. That's what I mean. And then the gap created a transition A breakout on the weekly chart. Check it out. So it's got a 1 2 3 on the weekly, but I wouldn't do it as a 1 2 3 on the weekly. I would just do it as a daily breakout buy setup. I mean, over 670 long, stop under 625. Okay, and target wise, plenty of room. I mean, minimum would be like $9 almost over here. That's like 875 or so. So plenty of room. Rocket triggered on Friday already, but it's not too late. I like it on the weekly. Let's see what the monthly looks like. The monthly is pretty good, went climactic, and the daily isn't so bad either. So long over Friday's high, which is 1468. Stop would be under 1250. Target one would be about here, which is the 200 MA, that red line that you see on the daily chart. Now, SPXS and the SQQQ are the leverage ETFs for the SPY and the Qs. So I like them both higher if we can take out, as soon as we take out 6150. Okay, and then normally I would say put the stop right here. Okay, but in this case I already have the TZA, which is the leverage ETF for the IWM, so I don't want to get shaken out, so I'm putting the stop right here on both the SQQ and the SPXS. So entry would be over here, over 2764. Stop would be under this bar's high. They're both the same, under this bar's low. they're both the same, so if you want to do one or the other, that's fine too. Okay, so those are the leverage ETFs for the actual indices, the Qs and the SPY. On to the bearish list, we have BBIG as a short. Short under 126 by 135, $1.35, as a 1, 2, 3 on an igniting gap down, on an igniting bearish gap down that caused a breakdown under a year, more than a year worth of basing. Every single person that bought it the last year plus is now underwater. Every single person. Last, actually, yeah, year and a half. Exactly year and a half. So it looks good. There is support below. That's the only problem. But hopefully we'll take it out at $1.11. Okay? So I like it. I day traded it on Thursday and I did pretty well with it. BKD is a 1, 2, 3 also. It gapped down, but mostly it just broke down on Thursday, and then put in kind of a narrow range bar on Friday. So if it takes it out, the low of that bar, I would like to short it under 438, stop over 455. It's about a 20-cent stop. Pretty nice and small stop. CGNT is an hourly base breakdown, basically on igniting gap down that's been basing. It's not a very pretty tight base, but I think it's not bad. Under the base right here, short, and stop, I'd give it to maybe there, to give it a little bit of room so as to not get shaken out in this volatile environment that we're in. CYCC is, let's take a look, it's a 1, 2, 3. It is a penny stock, so you know, those are not my favorite to do, but short under $1, stop over 116. Okay, on the CYCC. I'm probably gonna pass on it, just FYI. Grab, I was in it already and it got to target 1, and I don't remember the dates exactly, probably here, that's where it got to target 1, and I got shaken out or trailed out on the back half. But it's back down. If you look at the weekly chart, really weak, looks lower to me. So I'd like to redo it under the daily lows, stop over Friday's high, which is 263, as a weekly or a daily base breakdown. GT, notice the GT, how weak it is. So, and it's got a 1, 2, 3. So short under 1050, stop over 1103, or safer would be 1111, and it's a daily base breakdown. Okay, with plenty of room to go. A tradable void below. KRNT is also kind of a base breakdown, better on the hourly than the daily, I would say. So under the red bars low right here, which would be 3040, stop over 3262, and I don't know what the target is. It is down here, so a ton of room below, a lot of room, like 24, 25 bucks would be the target on the KRNT. SGH is a pretty 1, 2, 3, so I like it also. Short under that bar's low, stop above it under 1588, stop over 1676. So it's about a 90-cent stop, exactly a 90-cent stop. And last but not least is the SNTI, and short under 180 by 201, or if you want to give it more room, 250. So there you go, short right here, stop right there, or over 250 to give it more room so as to prevent getting shaken out. And with that said, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I want to thank you for tuning in today and sticking around till the end. Again, if you have any questions for us, reach out by emailing customer service. If you'd like to learn more about my services, check out the links in the description. I hope you have a very happy holiday, 4th of July holiday, and I will see you on the next video. Take care, everybody. Ciao.